By the way, Snake, do you have a Calorie Mate?
Are you on a diet?
What did you say?
Calorie Mate is supposed to be really good for losing weight.
Are you saying I'm fat?
Yup.
Calorie Mate, a Japanese wonderful spectacle of the future food of tomorrow, brought to you today. Containing 5 major nutrients: protein, fat, sugars, vitamins and minerals. Calorie Mate provides a balanced dietary support. And no, I'm not sponsored before you ask.
Have yourself a Calorie Mate.
Calorie Mates are not easy to come by in the jungle, and in Snake's mission, since the Major didn't allow Snake to pack some food, he has to improvise.
How exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food.
There is an array of things you can eat in the jungle, whilst it may not be full of sugar and processed crap and additives and all the things that you might love at McDonald's. You are guaranteed some lean protein. Though it might not be the tastiest of food, essentially it's there to keep us energised, and that is important.
Come on, just one little nibble.
And while some things in the jungle may look tasty, it's just straight up poison and should be avoided.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
And let's be honest, there's some creepy crawlies that should be avoided altogether. Life out there in the field is harder than you think when you need some num-nums.
Snake versus Scorpion. Round 1. Fight! Scorpion wins. Fatality.
So if you're wondering what Calorie Mate tastes like, well, through experience it sort of tastes like a fig roll but looks like a shortbread and has a biscuity texture, but that's because I had the original flavour. But there is a large variety, and some are probably nicer than others, but if you really want a verdict, let's ask Snake. He's actually got his hands on the maple flavour that was introduced in 2009, meaning that Snake got to try the prototype before the public got its hands on it. It practically gives all the energy Snake needs to pull off the impossible, and whilst it might not be the tastiest snack in the world, I can think of a lot worse things to eat.
Shit.
Eat my ass!
So Calorie Mate's involvement in MGS is pretty much self-explanatory. It's basically a sponsor deal or a form of marketing between Konami and the company itself. And it's not the only time we've seen something like this in an MGS game. In MGS4 we have Regain 24, a Japanese energy drink. It's got caffeine and taurine, making it a perfect as a nutritional supplement. So yep, most of these product placements give the games a little bit of realism whilst also promoting real life products. You could say there's been several adverts in Japan, including MGS4 with Regain and Konami promoting each other. It's genius really. With Regain 24 and Metal Gear Solid 4 being partnered, there were promotional prizes from the left to right: Cyborg Raiden, Old Snake, Kojima Productions logo and a Foxhound dog tag. And in Metal Gear Solid Online, the players could unlock 1 out of 4 t-shirts pertaining the Regain's brand after completing a 24-hour survival mode sponsored by Regain. Gaining all 4 t-shirts would likewise result in the player being awarded with a Regain hat that was styled after a Regain bottle. Even yours truly, Kiefer Sutherland, who plays Venom Snake in MGS5, has been in a Calorie Mate advert. All this talk of food is making me hungry.
I need to get to Shinjuku. Shinjuku. This way. Shinjuku.
スープタイプでも飲んで美味しいですよ
So by now you're probably wondering what's the point of this video, it's just random. Well, on the 12th of September a game called Calorie Mate Liquid for game creators was released on Steam for Microsoft Windows. It's this fun, weirdly charming adventure platformer that I just had to try, and I definitely think you guys should too. If you remember, there was a game called I'm Bread, where you moved bread around trying to toast it without dropping it. This game has a very similar vibe. You can guide a can of Calorie Mate drink through obstacles, and it's surprisingly addictive, and it offers quite a different fun level design compared to some other platformers. You can easily spend 3 hours just trying to beat world records of other players. It's quite fun. It's not exactly a big game with different levels like I'm Bread, but there is like one level that you can play and it's just a good way to kill some time for a few hours if you're a bit bored.
In game development, countless obstacles arise. Yet when you don't give up and wish to amaze the world, that passion and nutrition become the driving force for immersion. Continue to create.
Calorie Mate Liquid. You can even inject it straight into your veins for ultimate immersion. So it's time to get some of that nutrition, but I'm a bitch when it comes to eating breakfast. Quite frankly, I skip it, and this would be perfect for me when I'm editing. At the start of the game, we get to pick from 3 different Calorie Mate cans. Cafe or latte for coffee lovers such as Snake, fruit mix for the fruity, and for the yogurt drink lovers such as me, I'm going for Calorie Mate yogurt, because I'm all about that calcium, baby, and the ladies love strong bones.
Okay, time for a little pre-mission exercise.
We start in the fridge, nice and cool, and we're just raring to go. The good thing about this is you can use the controller, and rolling makes movement much quicker as well.
Well-balanced nutrition to the game creator, located in their northeast 2-bedroom apartment. According to data, the target creator tends to eat irregularly due to being engrossed in game development. When thinking, nutrition is essential. That's where Calorie Mate Liquid comes into play. Additionally, this mission is crucial towards successful game development. Let's reach the target while staying chilled.
So yes, we're an essential part of the mission. The game developer can't be bothered to go to his fridge, which is only 2 meters away, because he is so engrossed in his game development, he's willing to die of malnourishment. So let's go and help a brother out. Exploration in this tiny level design is another feature. If you find anything of interest like collectibles, there should be 21 in total. So it's a good idea to stay away from Perlock Holmes, as he will destroy your life gauge. He's in a bad mood as his owner has probably forgot to feed him this morning, so we need to find a new way around.
A VR headset, huh? According to data, they've become much lighter in recent years.
And just like that, it's a good job we're not a fizzy drink, because we would probably destroy our boy's desktop by the time we get there. And don't let this game deceive you, things might seem straightforward now, but they do start to pick up in challenge later on. Bro, how does this guy even use a laptop? He's literally got no eyeballs. I kinda feel bad for calling him lazy for not going to the fridge, but this is just insulting.
Something just flew out of the creator's computer. Now that I think about it, I've heard of this. When a game creator's work immersion reaches its limit, the data they're working on can break the fourth wall and invade reality from their computer. Is that a bug?
So this guy literally summons in a fucking digital demon obliterating the fourth wall. The guy probably hasn't stopped working for so long, his eyes have just melted. Nothing makes sense, but then again, who am I to talk? I am quite literally a moving talking can of Calorie Mate. So we have to try destroy the S-Bug. It's like a little boss battle. And there's a different wave every now and then where there's another S-Bug that appears and we have to destroy it, and it eventually lowers the boss's life gauge at the top of the screen. Once you've mastered the way of the can, you can move in and between around the room, and you can destroy the other bugs that drop coins and life hearts. You do have to be careful, because the S-Bug, when it makes its way to the centre of the room, start using waves of attacks where you have to jump out of the way.
Don't interrupt the mission. Oops, I got a bit too excited.
To finish the boss off, we have to climb atop of a mega bug itself to finally shut down this digital attack once and for all. I mean, this guy really has terrible antivirus software, man. I mean, what kind of Trojan horse is this anyway? This is like literally popping out of a screen and infecting my entire fucking life with malware. I don't need this right now. Get wrecked! With the digital aids gone, it's time to collect some coins. They don't last so long, so rolling around makes it easier to gather the money that we can see on the floor. So start grabbing it, guys. You're going to need as much money as you can get to save up for that new PS5 Pro. Or unless you want to buy some more Calorie Mates.
Have a liquid first thing so you can last all morning.
As you're all probably aware, having a decent diet is very important, and the Calorie Mate is a well-balanced piece of nutrition all in one can. I mean, there's many to choose from, but for me, a yogurty drink is the perfect way to start the day. And if you're wondering why we're going this way, it's because we're avoiding the little shit who's trying to stop us from getting his owner a nice nourishment drink.
The target is completely engrossed. It's crucial to have well-balanced nutrition when you want to sustain high performance. Let's aim for their palm.
I'm convinced this guy's using Neuralink from Elon Musk, but let's just say this guy's room is kind of dope. He's got a console over here that is very reminiscent to the Nintendo 64. He doesn't seem to be like a Sony or an Xbox kind of guy, but he looked like he had some kind of Steam Deck on his bed. Still can't understand why he even needs a VR headset though, because he's got no fucking eyes. Sorry guys, I'm not making fun of the blind at all, but at least make this shit make sense.
This is the enemy! And he's here on his knees!
Us.
Why? Why me?
Yep, it doesn't make any sense. Then what even does at this point? Just like this here, where his digital programming seems to come to life from his game. I mean, I give this guy credit, he's got great work ethic, but he seems to have very selective eyesight. As you can see, all of his little minions spring to life to stop him from getting nourishment, and an anime babe seems to be behind it all. She is the boss, as she sings some sort of battle chant.
Too chaotic. Are they trying to create an action RPG where school idols thrive in a dark fantasy world? Looks like things have gotten quite mixed up.
Wow, this is a random game, but I'm all for it. So why don't we just conquer this flowchart and climb our way to the top of the table? Surely it can't be that too hard.
Sometimes lunch ends up being late.
At this point in my life, why do I even bother? So anyway, I take another attempt, but maybe I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I mean, there is different routes and paths you can take along the way. I mean, I wouldn't suggest going in the middle. I usually go on the right-hand side because you got some like kind of From Software Dark Souls character running around in the middle section, so you may as well go this way. At least I find it works for me.
Huh? The flowchart has changed!
Oh, what's there not to love? We've literally got a manga babe who transforms into some kind of crazy Zone of the Enders mech unit who's battling some like dragon from Skyrim. I don't know. But either way, I'm here to try and climb the platforms. I mean, it is a flowchart and usually you get a good idea where you need to go. Plus there's checkpoints as well in case you fall off because yes, I have fallen off a few times. It can be quite challenging when you have to get past the swinging pendulums. You have to use the roll in order to kind of give yourself the leverage and jump you need to make it to the next platform. It does get quite tedious at times and a little bit annoying, but I imagine that all you guys back at the Voice Box HQ and anyone else who's watching are gaming masters anyway, so you'll pick it up in no time. But I can't help but just listen to the manga babe singing away. I mean, damn, she's got a good voice.
Carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. Balancing these is important for when you're thinking. Liquid is nutrition for the body.
What the fuck? We literally just smashed right into the manga babe and yeah, we probably just annoyed her even more, but you'd think she'd help us take out that big dragon who seems to be blowing a lot of fire everywhere. I got knocked all the way back down at the bottom again and I had to work my way up, but thanks to the checkpoints, that made life really easy. I'm no hero. Never was. I'm just an old bashed up can of Calorie Mate trying to feed the next generation. With a nutritious liquid full of vitamins and minerals. This is my last mission. Liquid!
Liquid!
This is it. Let's go! Alright, the landing wasn't perfect, but we did it!
Now, enjoy the well-balanced nutrition to your heart's content. Phew.
Okay, are you fucking joking me? The guy doesn't even have a mouth too. So what was the point of going through all that effort, almost getting ourselves killed, and practically trying to give this guy nutrition when he has no way to consume it? Mind boggled. Anyway, at the end of the game, you get like a mission ranking and a world ranking as well to show how well you've done. It's usually based on how many coins you've collected and making sure you don't lose any health, and make sure that you can take out as many digital bots as you can whilst maintaining a decent temperature. So what are you guys waiting for? Why not download this game and give it a try? It's quite a fun game, and why not set a new high score? Who knows, you might be number one. And if you've never tried a Calorie Mate before, maybe it's a good time to start picking up a brand new habit. I mean, plenty of nutrition on the go is better than nothing. Remember guys, to stay hydrated, get plenty of nutrition, and plenty of rest. Anyway guys, I'm the Voice Box, and until we meet again.
Yeah, and it'll help balance out all this jungle food I'm eating.
It's easy and quick to eat, so it's perfect when you're running late for an important mission in the morning.
I've never been late for a mission.
Really? Aren't you always keeping people waiting?
What?
It's easy to keep track of your calorie intake and receive the nutrition your body needs, so it's good for losing weight, too. All of the geisha girls in Japan use it for watching their calories.
Is that why they're all so slim?
Right. And any diet where you eat nothing at all is bad for the body.
I see. You seem to know a lot about Japan, don't you?
Yes, I love Japan.